everyone, and welcome to an episode of Rich Talks BS. I'm your host, Rich. It's been a while since I've posted a video, had stuff to do, take care of, get ready for some more sports. So let's go ahead and we're going to go straight into Dak's extension. I know that was a couple of weeks ago, but he got the 4 years, 160 mil, 164 mil max, and 126 million of it is guaranteed. I'm glad that he signed the extension. We knew it had to happen this year, especially because of how much the tag was going to be for him next season. But like I said, we knew this was going to come. It had to come this year, and I'm happy now that all that's out the way. And, it's not a distraction anymore. Now it's time to get down and put in some work. So free agency in the NFL has been, busy, especially with the Patriots, all the spending that they've been doing, all the spending that they did, getting Nelson Aguilar, Kendrick Bourne, and not just, getting them, but, more than 1 year contracts with, Aguilar having 2 years, Bourne with 3 years, and then signing two of the best tight ends in the league in Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. And, both of those, Henry's got a 3-year deal, Smith's got a 4-year deal. They didn't just go sign players just to fill the roster. They signed players to start building the franchise again. Belichick knows what he's doing. He pretty much opened up the wallet, went out and signed a lot of free agents. And it's going to work out for him, especially, signing Cam again for another year. We'll see what happens with that. Probably expecting for them to make a move for a quarterback, either in the draft or possibly by the trade deadline, depending on what's going on with Cam. Giants signing Kenny Galladay, 4 years, 72 mil, 40 mil of that is guaranteed. The Washington football team signing Ryan Fitzpatrick, Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel's got the 3-year deal. Fitz got the 1-year deal. The Bears signing Andy Dalton, that was very interesting, and I know a lot of Bears fans was pretty upset with that. It was kind of we got nothing else to do, or we don't have anyone else to sign. Let's go get Andy Dalton. Okay, we'll see how that works. The Bucks pretty much re-signed and brought everyone back, the whole 22 starting roster from the Super Bowl. From this past season, bringing back the team that took them, to the Super Bowl, to win the Super Bowl, win a championship, and they're all coming back. We'll see how that works. It was working. They caught a rhythm towards after their bye week, going into end of the season, postseason, Super Bowl. They caught a rhythm. They know they just got that chemistry now, and it's gonna be kind of scary because now that the chemistry is a little bit more up, there's an actual off season, training camps, OTAs, and all that. They're just gonna get even better together, and it's gonna be very interesting to see how they can meet the expectations of running it back. The Cardinals became the recipients of J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt went ahead and signed with the Cardinals, 2 year, 31 mil. There's some other free agents out there who are still hanging around. Juju was a free agent. He signed with the Steelers again, 1 year contract. And the NFL has just been crazy. We've got the trade and the draft picks also. San Fran moving up to 3rd. Philly going back to 12. And Miami moving up to 6. That puts Garoppolo with the 49ers in a spot to where, okay, is this my replacement now or in the future? Garoppolo still has 2 years left on his contract. And then they moved up to the number 3 spot, which most likely is going to be a quarterback. And if you're going to get a quarterback to replace Garoppolo, I really believe Trey Lance is that guy. A lot of people are saying Mac Jones. Maybe Mac Jones, he would fit in with Shanahan's scheme and his offense, but I think the way to go is Trey Lance. Trey Lance is the one you need. Trey Lance is the one that's going to actually fit and mold and keep together that 49ers offense. Philly moving back to 12. They're looking for a receiver. We'll see who they pick up. And Miami moving up to 6. Miami having that 6th pick, they're going for a weapon, and it's going to be Devontae Smith. To me, it's going to be Devontae Smith. You can either pick Smith or Waddle. Both of them have they both played with Tua. They all three went to Alabama. He's thrown to him. He's got a little bit of chemistry with him, more with Waddle than Devontae Smith. But I would go with Devontae Smith. He would fit really good with that receiving core that they got there with Devontae Parker and Will Fuller. Will Fuller being picked up by the Dolphins. And it would just fit. With Gesicki at the tight end, that would be really good. Unless that Kyle Pitts is available for some reason. If Kyle Pitts is available for any reason at the number 6 spot, the Dolphins better pick him up. That's a weapon you most definitely need. If you can't get Kyle Pitts, you're Devontae Smith. But Kyle Pitts is the target. If he's there at 6, that's when you pick him up. So, we're still waiting on the draft. The draft's going to be the end of April. And, we'll see how it all goes. Now we got Major League Baseball. Opening day is tomorrow. Francisco Lindor just signed a 10-year extension today. $341 million with the Mets. He's still owed $22.3 million for this season, and that extension contract actually starts in 2022, which is next season. That was a good. We knew that was coming. It kind of took longer than expected, or than it should have, but it came. It's here. Let's get to work. Like I said, opening day. There's 15 games. Some of the games to look out for are the Blue Jays at the Yankees. We got the Orioles at the Red Sox. Go Sox. Pirates at the Cubs is going to be kind of interesting too. Braves at the Phillies. That's going to be a good game to look out for. Dodgers at the Rockies. That's going to be a good game. We also got the Mets at Nationals. Mets at Nationals is going to be a good game. Like I said, Francisco Lindor. Now it's time to show that you're worth it. You've been showing it. Now it's time to keep showing it. You got your extension. You're getting your money. Now show it. Keep it going. And then we also got the Astros and the A's. That's going to be a really good game to kind of cap off the night. And I'm ready to see baseball. It kind of feels like it's been a long time since the season ended. And I'm excited. I'm ready. Two of the players that I think that should be on the lookout for the MVP, and that's Tatis Jr. And Christian Yelich. Christian Yelich had a pretty good season last season. He's been pretty good in the past seasons. Last year was a pretty decent, it was an okay season, considering, the circumstances. And this year he's just really going to show, that he still has it, that he's still the guy. Christian Yelich will show that he's still the guy, and just can't wait to see, what kind of progress he's going to show, what kind of, numbers he's going to put up, and go ahead and prove that, he's still the guy, he's still one of those top guys. Getting into the NBA news, the trade deadline, the day of the trade deadline was real busy. You've had everything from Evan Fournier going to the Celtics in a trade with Jeff Teague, and then Jeff Teague was waived by the Magic. Aaron Gordon to the Nuggets in a trade. Victor Oladipo to the Heat in a trade, sending Avery Bradley and Kelly Olynyk to the Rockets. Rajon Rondo and Lou Williams in a trade. So Rondo going to the Clippers and Lou going home to the A. George Hill to the Sixers in a 3-team trade. Austin Rivers was also sent to the Thunder in that 3-team trade, and then he was waived. Norman Powell to the Blazers. That sent Gary Trent Jr. and Rodney Hood to Toronto with the Raptors. Nikola Vucevic and Amino being traded to the Bulls, which sent Wendell Carter Jr. and Otto Porter to the Magic. Those trades were really good, especially for the Nuggets. Nuggets adding Aaron Gordon to that lineup. That's gonna help them, boost them up a little bit more. Add that little something that they were missing to keep them, at the top of the West. And it's gonna help out. It's gonna show that chemistry is gonna build rapidly, and they're gonna start getting more exciting to see. Another one was Norman Powell, to the Blazers. That was a good pickup. That's a guard that they need, and that should help them, continue to climb up the West and try to stay up there and hopefully, be considered a contender for the championship. Oladipo to the Heat, that's a good pickup. That adds a little bit more firepower to that offense. And just see how it's going to turn out. You had Andre Drummond signing with the Lakers, Blake Griffin going to the Nets, LaMarcus Aldridge being waived by the Spurs and then signing with the Nets. Both of them are Griffin and Aldridge. They don't. It's good for them because they take a lot of weight off their shoulders. Especially being the players that they once were or expected to be, and to have to carry a team on their shoulders. Now they're role players. Do this certain role and you're going to achieve. Do this certain role and you're going to be successful. Play your certain roles because the big three are going to take care of everything. Now you just got to be the backup to those big three. You got to be there when the big three can't find each other and they need to find someone else. So now you got Blake Griffin and Aldridge, and that's a good pickup. Andre Drummond with the Lakers, that's a good pickup. Marc Gasol is not the player what he once used to be, and they need a younger, better center for them to start, and Andre Drummond is that guy. He's averaging 17 points this year. When he was with the Cavs, he hasn't played in a while, but Andre Drummond is still, Andre Drummond. He's going to make an impact for the Lakers. He's going to make that impact that, he's going to be a decoy. He's going to attract attention, and especially when AD and LeBron come back, it's just going to make that Laker team even better. And to me, it's that one small piece that they need to go ahead and lock in that championship. Well, that's all the BS I have for this episode. Until next time.